Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Darkness in Dublin, Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. We are at, uh, where are we setting this? Is Maeve going to visit Rose at home?
Probably.
Okay, then she is at home, which is not too far away from the sept, because her husband is the Right Master, so they aren't that far away, but they don't live on sept normally. So, but they have a decent size house, a little ways away from the sept. Um, it's probably even closer than where Bailey's parents live, um, which because a lot of sept like cub activities happen in the city, they're more halfway between. But anyway, so yeah, she's at home. I'm gonna say that she's probably sitting on the couch, pretending to watch TV, but not really. It's just kind of on for background noise. Um, all of her kids are gone because school started back up. So yeah, she's just kind of there, probably bored, honestly, because she doesn't know what to do with herself without the kids keeping her busy.
Well, she's about to get a visit
hmm
from her soon to be niece-in-law.
Right? um, does she knock on the door?
She would be what, like coming up on 10 weeks now?
Yes,
Something like that.
something like that. Yeah, about
You know
that.
what? I'm gonna fucking
Well,
I'm gonna
12 technically.
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna fucking math this shit out.
Technically 12 weeks because you're considered 2 weeks pregnant when you actually get pregnant. So
True.
it'd be 12 weeks.
Because it was
June 16th is when we said it happened.
Yep. Come on, calendar. One, two, three. Yeah, she'd be almost exactly 12 weeks, which means they probably know by now that it is indeed twins.
Yeah, they would have found out at the 12-week appointment. So they probably just found out. So Rose might actually be the first one to know, besides her and Bailey.
Yeah, she knocks on the door.
Uh, she startles a bit because she was not expecting company. And she'll get up and answer the door. Maeve.
Hey,
Hello.
Rose.
Hi. Are you okay?
Little it's not that I didn't expect this, but it's twins.
She raises her eyebrows and motions for her to come in. We'll get in here.
And I would ask Alyssa, but she's Garu. It's a different experience.
She nods. It is. I mean, I would assume. I would assume that it is, but yes, our bodies are not quite as resilient as theirs are. Uh,
Yeah.
would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
She will go into the kitchen and get the two of them tea. Uh, she actually already had made, um, but she's been sitting there drinking tea and pretending to watch TV all day. Um,
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
right. What else are you going to do when your husband's off doing garter things and your kids are at school? Like,
Exactly. It's
nothing.
like, yeah, what am I gonna do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So she brings back. So just go ahead and bring out the whole tray and set it down on the coffee table and um, sit down with her. Pat the seat next to her.
She sits down with her.
She takes her hand and she looks into her eyes. I know that you're probably scared.
Just a little?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty obvious lie.
Mm-hmm.
Very?
Very. Yeah. The good thing is that you have a really big family that will help you.
On both sides.
Oh yeah. You are even more you have even more support than I did when I had the twins, when I had Hayden and Harmony. So in that respect, don't worry so much. We've got you. But as far as other things, honestly, that I really hate to say this, but there's really not a lot I can do to prepare you. You're gonna get big fast because she motions to herself, I am tiny and I had twins. You are tiny. You are pregnant with twins. It's going to show. She actually like looks at her belly.
She probably has a tiny little
You already have a little bump, barely visible. People who aren't looking for it aren't going to see it, but
that, and I wear sundresses enough that it kinda covers it anyway.
true. It won't for long. About a
No, I
month.
don't imagine.
About a month, and you'll be showing very prevalently. Um, it's weird enough to feel one child moving around in you, but when there's two of them, that can be disconcerting, especially when they start fighting for space. So you'll get extra punches and kicks and
Oh, great.
knees to the ribs and when that happens, don't be alarmed unless the pain gets really, really bad. And then you'll want to see the doctor. But it's you're
Well,
once they start
Celeste
to
is
move
my
around,
midwife, so
she nods. You still want to see a regular doctor,
oh, we have been just for ultrasounds, things like that.
right? Your midwife isn't going to have all of the tools needed to prevent any sort of preterm labor or anything like that. You're going to need a doctor. If you are in severe pain, please go to the hospital.
Oh, I thoroughly plan on it.
Okay,
I do not
good.
have a very high pain threshold, so
I I love my niece. I love my niece. But yes, please go to the fucking doctor.
and then of course your brother is going to be their pediatrician.
Well, of course he is. He's been my kid's pediatrician. I wouldn't take them anywhere else. Trust my brother with their lives, with my life.
And then I'm still working on. Oh, great. I just realized there's
What?
no way I'm going to be able to finish my semester this coming spring.
No,
Oh
you're not.
well.
No, because yeah, once the third trimester hits, you're gonna be down a lot. You're gonna want to be off your feet. It's hard carrying twins, even if everything goes well and you're perfectly healthy. It's hard.
Oh, trust me, Bailey's been feeding me as well as he can,
Of
given
course
my
he has.
diet preferences.
Ah, as long as you take this necessary supplements, what you eat doesn't matter.
Prenatals, topped off with extra iron, because I'm
There you
already
go.
anemic.
Hmm. She squeezes her hand. You'll be great. I'll be here every step of the way.
You and Alyssa have been here for me more than I
More than
can
your own family.
imagine. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Have you told your dad yet?
No, I don't know how, or if it even help at all.
She nods in understanding, like she knows what it's like to not know how to say something to somebody.
Or if he'd even actually hear it and not just go back to his stupid bottle.
Well, you don't owe him anything, that's for sure. But it's your choice. You can tell him or not. You don't owe him anything. You don't have to tell him just because he's your father.
I told Nate, and he's doing better about coming out of the Umbra every now and then.
Nathan at least left the house. The Umbra isn't too much better, but he hasn't been nearly as bad off as your dad.
I'm pretty sure if it weren't for, Bailey and the others, he probably never would have come out of the Umbra.
No, as far as I understand, they sort of drag him out kicking and screaming once in a while. She chuckles at that.
It's funny, if I'd had my change, I would have been the same thing he is, a theurge.
Sebastian and I would also be Theurges if we had had our first changes.
With Sebastian, I can definitely see it.
Although,
Doctor and
wait,
all.
no, he might have actually. No,
Oh,
no. He. She shakes her head. No, he was born the day before me. He would be a Ragabash.
oh dear. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it fits him. That's for sure. That's for certain.
Oh, it does. I would be a Theurge. We were born just like 12 hours apart. He was born at the tail end of the new moon, and I was born at the beginning of the crescent. I sometimes wonder what life would have been like had I had a first change, but then I wouldn't have married Adam.
I don't think I could see the two of you with anybody else.
I can't now
As
give
far
myself
back as I can remember you two have been together.
yeah, it's been a while. Um, see, the twins are 14, 18 years.
And
Yeah,
you got Bailey and me just starting.
yeah, you too. You two remind me so much of Sebastian and Alyssa. You really do. That's how I know that you're going to be together forever, because there's nothing tearing those two apart.
I don't
They've
know
been
what I'd
together
do
since
if
they
I
were
lost
teenagers.
Bailey.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll never have to find out.
She smiles a bit. Anyway, I wanted to ask.
Hmm.
You've been... I don't know how to put this without sounding really, really terrible.
Just say it. It's really okay.
You've been acting different lately.
She blinks. Different how?
You seemed off somehow.
1 minute.
Like you're upset or...
Um, she takes a deep breath. You know, feeling that you described a little bit ago about not knowing what to say.
She nods.
I have secrets. Secrets that not even my brother knows. My husband. She closes her eyes.
She kind of reaches out and takes her hand.
Everybody thinks that my only children are the twins and Bella, but that's not true. I have two more. They're older.
She looks a little taken aback by that because she didn't honestly think she was old enough to have kids that were older than that.
She's 44. I was young when I had them. Um, I was cut off from them, and I was not allowed to contact them
What, why?
because I wanted to leave. And in order to do that, I had to leave my children. I had two boys. With two different men from the same family. They are a family of, well, the family is split, half Silver Fang and half Shadow Lords. I was the Shadow Lord side, obviously. Um, I fell in love with one of them, and his brother, both of them. Family is the type that sharing between them is okay. So I was with both of them, and I had one child from each, a couple of years apart.
Maeve is still just kind of squeezing her hand very gently.
There were some things, circumstances I'd rather not talk about.
And you know I'm not about to make you.
She nods and tears up. But I needed to get away from them. But it didn't have anything to do with the, with Xenia and Alexei. Have anything to do with them. But the only way that I could go was if I left my sons. As far as I know, they were never given a choice either. It was their father that told me that I could stay and help raise my children, or I could go, but I had to leave them. I didn't want to leave them.
She is remembering the name Alexei being mentioned by, Raz and the others.
Raz and Kaya, probably.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Alexei. This wouldn't happen to be Raz and Katya's older brother, would it?
She tears up even more. Yeah, it is. Katya was one of my best friends. I, I didn't want to see her. I didn't want her to see me. I don't even know if she knows I'm here. I, I had to go. And I didn't want to leave them.
She just wraps her in a big hug.
I didn't want to leave them. I would never just leave my children to leave them. And I heard that Leon took Katya for his mate,
She nods.
which means Alexei will probably come here.
Her eyes widen a little bit and she just tightens the hug that she was giving her.
And I don't know if I can see him. I don't. I haven't seen him in 20 years. I don't know if I can see him.
If I can help in any way, you let me know.
No, I'm just scared. My husband doesn't even know about this. I
If
never
that
told him.
means that I have to play, interference and make sure that you don't see him,
I think I just need to stay away from the sound.
I can be a pretty good distraction.
Yeah, I know. I've been with Adam for 18 years and he doesn't know. How do I even begin to tell him?
He loves you. You can tell
I
just
tell him,
by the
oh,
way
by
he
the
looks
way,
at you.
I tell him, oh, by the way, I have 2 more children you don't know about.
I
She
think he
shakes
might
her head.
be. I think he might accept it a little easier if you kind of work it in slow. Maybe not, drop it all at one time.
I know, I don't even know how to bring it up. But if Alexi comes here, he's going to know. And
We'll figure something out.
I don't know what to do.
We'll figure something out. I promise.
She nods.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you're my aunt just as much as you are Bailey's.
She smiles to her. And you're my niece just as much as Celeste, Avery.
So, if I have to, run interference or whatever I gotta do, we're gonna make sure this all
Maybe
works out.
maybe you could just be there when I tell him.
She nods. Gladly.
Because I don't know that I can do it without any support.
I'm pretty good at that.
I know you are. And I am there for you, for whatever you need. She hugs her tightly.
Maeve gladly accepts the hugs.
She wipes her eyes. And takes a deep breath. Okay. It honestly felt really good to tell somebody. I had
By the way,
said, and
how are you doing on tea? Do I need to get you some more?
she nods. Please.
She would go over and pour each of them another glass of tea. You're running low. Why didn't you tell me?
Uh,
I'd have brought some more with me.
I didn't know you were coming over. Or I might have.
I'll bring some more tea for you by tomorrow. I've got a couple of new blends that I've been wanting someone to try for me anyway.
Oh, well, I am always willing to be your tea guinea pig. You know, you're welcome to come over here whenever you want.
I found one that's been really helping me with the morning sickness. And that has been a godsend.
She grins. Good.
Because I was really, really sick of just puking all the bloody time.
Uh-huh. That gets old fast. Yeah.
I'll come by with some more tea tomorrow. How is Avery doing anyway? I know, Bailey told me about the accident.
Well, as far as I know, she said that, yes, she was in an accident, but she was relatively unharmed. She narrows her eyes. But I know what it's like to try and hide things. I've been doing it a lot of years. So I'm not convinced that's entirely the truth.
And speak of the devil, Avery's name pops up on Auntie Rose's cell phone.
She picks her phone up. Speaking of, it's Avery.
Speak of the devil.
Right? She answers the phone. Avi.
Hey, Aunt Rose.
So
I'm at the airport and I kinda need a ride.
Sure, of course. Actually not doing a whole lot right now. You're at the airport right now?
Yeah.
Why didn't you ask me before you got on the plane?
Because
could have
that would have
met.
been 13 hours ago and you would have been sleeping.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, maybe you wouldn't have been sleeping, but I thought you might be, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
I could have met you at the airport. Oh my god.
I can wait, it's not that far.
I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Okay. Love you, Aunt Rose.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Rose looks to Maeve. She's here, and I'm going to go pick her up.
Shouldn't classes have started up again?
She looks at the date. Yeah. Why is she here?
I guess you're gonna find out.
I'm gonna go. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
She gives her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and she rushes out the door and drives like a mad woman to the airport, wondering why the fuck Avery's here. And she gets there in record time. And looks for Avery.
Avery is there. Her bags sat next to her, along with she is sitting in a actual chair at the moment, but sitting next to her is what appears to be a wheelchair.
She furrows her brow and comes over to her. Hey,
Hey, Aunt Rose. Dang it. Gotta break out of the fucking accent.
yes, she wouldn't have an Irish one.
No.
She would have
Hey, Aunt Rose.
a New York accent, probably. um, she points to the chair, the wheelchair. Is this yours?
Her face falls a little bit. Yeah.
Avi, what happened?
I didn't want to worry you guys. I just the accident was worse than I let on.
No shit.
I didn't want you guys worrying and flying over, and I knew if Mom and Dad knew that they would drop everything and fly over here. Or
Of
over
course they
there.
would. You're their child, and you were in the hospital, and you didn't tell anybody. Of course we would be worried, because families worry about each other, especially when they're severely injured. I'm not trying to yell at you. I just, but we're one of my kids. I'm glad you called me.
I'm probably kinda dead, huh?
I'm glad that you called me and not your parents, because I get to help you figure out how the fuck we're gonna tell them about this.
Yeah.
I was just telling Maeve, your brother's mate. Do you know he had
Wait. When did this happen?
About 3 months ago.
Oh, that okay, that would explain it.
What?
He probably told me, but I was really doped up on pain meds.
Yeah, so you forgot. Yes, Bailey and Maeve are together, and she is pregnant with twins.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Me neither. Twins kind of run in the family.
I'm one of the few that isn't.
I know. Okay. So obviously you're not at school.
Kind of hard to play the piano when you can't feel your legs.
Right. Well, your sister's at their age. So is your uncle. We can figure some stuff out, hopefully.
I decided to take a year off, hopefully figure something out.
Hopefully within a year we'll have you ready to go back. Will they hold your scholarship?
For the 1 year? No longer.
Okay. We'll figure it out. But I was just telling Maeve that because you came up in conversation right before you called. How crazy is that?
Thought my ears were
Uncanny,
ringing a little bit.
uncanny Shadow Lord senses.
Right.
That I didn't think that your accident was all that it was cracked up to be. I felt that there was something more going on, and it appears that I was correct.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. So I have a plan because I know your mother. She's going to drop everything to take care of you, and she does not need to leave her position. And you know what? My kids are old enough that they don't really need me anymore, and they're gone at school all day. So you're going to stay with me, and I'm going to take care of you.
Okay. It's better than mom dropping everything.
Yeah, I know that she'll be over all the time, but it's
Yeah.
it's 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 better this way. And if I stand my ground and tell her this is how it's going to be, it usually goes over better than asking for permission. And once your father might not take it that well, but I'm, I'm his twin. He trusts me.
I mean, he still makes me see him as my doctor, because apparently, I'm still too old to see a regular. I'm not old enough to see a regular doctor yet.
She tilts her head. You're 19.
You're telling me.
You, I'm
Like, I
gonna
shouldn't still
smack
be
him.
seeing a pediatrician.
I'm going to smack my brother. That's what's gonna happen. So I'm going to smack him and tell him no. That's weird. God,
Thank you. I thought it was weird too.
it is weird. What is he thinking? Oh God.
I don't know. He's weird.
Yes, he is. He is weird. He's been hit in the head too many times.
Like, I love my dad, but damn. Oops.
Right? Exactly. I love my brother, but damn. Okay,
Don't
let's get you in
don't
the
tell mom
car.
and dad I said that.
No. Why would I?
Thank you.
I'm your aunt. I get to be cool.
Yeah, she will let her help. She can wheel herself out there for the most part. It's just getting in
Yeah.
and out of the car she needs help with, because she's been in the chair for about 3 months now, so she's kind of gotten used to it.
Yep. So she is going to get um she gets Avery back to her house, and she'll get her settled in and everything, and tell her and say to her, when do you want me to call everyone else?
The longer we put it off, the worse it's gonna be. Let's just do this.
Okay. I let's just start with your mom and dad.
Yeah, I don't need Bailey and Celeste on top of mom and dad.
No, but Maeve was here when you called me, so she might tell
Oh
Bailey.
god, Bailey's gonna kill me.
Probably. Ah,
So he might have
she's
gotten
she's
some.
she's gonna text Maeve real quick to say, have you told Bailey about Avery?
She texts her back. Not yet, I haven't seen him.
Okay, don't tell him. Not
I
yet.
told my brother.
Fuck. She'll say that out loud. She won't text back fuck, but she'll say out loud, fuck.
Oh
She
no.
looks to Avery. She hasn't told Bailey, but she's told her brother, who's his packmate.
Her cheeks redden a little bit.
You remember Nathan, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how soon I'm going to have an Irishman pounding on my door.
Uh, I hope not soon. I'm in.
Does he know where I live? Text back, maybe. Does Nathan? Yeah. Does he know where I live?
She texts back. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's the problem. Uh, okay, well, just fuck. Okay, you can tell Bailey that I went to pick up Avery, but tell him not to come over and see her yet. She's with me. She's gonna be here. Just tell him to hold off.
She texts back 10-4.
Thank you. Oh, fuck.
Why? Why does Nate have to be coming? I really hope he's
Right.
not coming. I think I may die of embarrassment. I don't even have any
She,
makeup on.
she grins to her. You have a crush on him.
Yeah, kind of have, since I was like your kid's age.
I mean, I don't blame you. He's not hard to look at.
He's really, really easy to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so,
Well, I suppose if it gets him out of the Ember, it'll make Maeve happy.
okay, I guess we get to call mom and dad now.
We sure do.
Mm.
You're gonna call him, or am I?
I guess I'm calling.
All right.
They're gonna kill me. I'm
Yep.
gonna be dead. Murder. That's what's gonna happen today.
She rolls her eyes and shakes her head. No, but you might wish you were.
Probably. Okay. At that point, she dials her. She dials her
She's
dad's
calling her mom
number.
or dad?
Her dad.
Her
That's a
dad.
daddy's girl.
All right. I gotta put up this. Stuff went over my head. Okay, so he picks up the phone. Avi,
Hey, Poppy.
how's it going?
So, you want to come over to Aunt Rose's?
Avery can hear him blink. Not particularly. Why do I need to?
Maybe?
Avi,
Yes,
what's
Poppy?
going on? Why are you at Rose's?
Um, I would rather you just come over here and then we can talk about it?
Am I bringing your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't give me the Shadow Lord glare. I can feel it through the phone.
He is totally giving her the glare.
I can feel the Shadow Lord stare through the phone. Please stop it.
We will be over there soon.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, Poppy.
And he hangs up the phone. And
like first expansion, like so small, or
I need to have
like third expansion, I think. Like 9 different factions we can play as. For every game that's kind of big.
Yeah, so she's freaking out just a little. Because she knows she's dead.
won't torture her just yet with having Nate there
Oh
as
god.
well.
Yeah, she'd die.
Yeah. So mom and dad show up.
God.
Worry all over their faces. Like they don't even knock. They just barge in the door, which Rose expected. So she's just sitting there with Avery on the couch.
The chair is probably, sitting kind of off to the side.
Yeah. And Alyssa will come over and like kneel down next to Avery. Avi,
Hey,
what's
Mom.
wrong?
She kind of looks over at the chair.
She follows your gaze. Is that yours?
I might have lied about how bad the accident was.
Sebastian just stands there and folds his arms.
I knew if I told you, you
Rose,
guys would drop everything and you would come over there, and I didn't want you to do that.
Alyssa closes her eyes. How bad?
I said I probably won't walk again.
Both Sebastian and Alyssa let out a breath, a deep one. Okay. You were got severely injured in a car accident and you didn't tell us. Baby, I get that you didn't want us to just rush over there, but that was serious.
I
And
know.
you could have died. That is absolutely the instance we would have and could have hopped a plane, went to see you to make sure that everything was taken care of. And you suffered through that alone.
It was honestly mostly just a bunch of getting used to the chair. They tried physical therapy for 2 months and there was just no feeling at all.
She wraps her arms around her waist and hugs her head on her lap. Bobby, I'm not going to yell at you. That's counterproductive. But you can't do that again. Please. Please.
Well, I'm not gonna be driving again anytime soon, so. Or maybe ever.
We'll try to fix it. You know that we have the capabilities to try.
I don't care about driving. I just want to be able to play piano again.
I know. She nods her head. Sebastian finally comes over. Rose moves out of the way, and he sits down next to Avery. I'm with your mother on this. Please don't do that again.
Sorry, Poppy.
We love you. I know teenagers, they think their parents are overprotective, but
You
this
kind of
was an
are.
instance. They both just kind of look away.
You're worse than she is, though.
He raises his brows. Rose punches him in the shoulder out of nowhere. He goes, "Ow! What the fuck was that for?" And she looks at him and she says, "She is 19 years old. Let her see a fucking regular doctor." And he just goes beet red. Sorry,
She smiles a little bit.
Lo Santo. And he just like looks away. His like face is all red. Alyssa is chuckling. Thank you. I've been trying to tell him that for how many years now? Well, had I known, I would have punched him sooner. Alyssa just chuckles. Rose will look at the two of them. Yes, she will need a lot of care. No, you're not doing it. I am. You can come over and visit. but I'm going to take care of her. I don't have much of anything going on right now. You do. So please. And the two of them look at each other and they slowly nod their heads. Sebastian will swallow and, okay. But I will take her to her appointments. Rose will look at him. When you have the time, some of them we will all
Puppy,
go.
you're busy.
You're my daughter. I'm never too busy for you. Alyssa will reach over and squeeze Sebastian's hand. We don't need to go to every appointment. Just the big ones. He'll nod reluctantly.
Also, as much as I'd like to just think that we can heal it, my doctors would be a little suspicious.
Well, Rose will say, we won't take you to see mundane doctors. We have kinfolk and guard doctors that can do this. That way, on the chance that it can be healed magically, there isn't any suspicion.
She nods.
So that is the one thing that I will say and probably agree with your parents on, is that that is the best course of action here.
She nods.
One of them will send for your medical records. They're legitimate, obviously, but that way, if your care happens to need to stop, there's nobody asking any questions. And of course, when Adam gets home, he'll be filled in and he can start to figure out what to do. Alyssa will nod at that. She rubs, she pinches the bridge of her nose. He is my packmate. I trust him. He's your husband. I trust him. He is an elder Theurge, so I trust him. She says that out loud for herself almost as much as for everyone else.
Avery kind
Reminding
of
herself
reaches
who he
out
is.
and takes her mom's hand.
She squeezes her hand and looks up to her.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
There's no point in dwelling on the past. What's done is done. Just hopefully we won't have a situation like this again, but just in case.
I don't plan on it.
Just please don't withhold serious information from us again.
I won't, I promise.
She nods and she hugs her again. And Sebastian will hug both of them. his arms around both his wife and his daughter. Rose will say, all right, you two. She needs to rest. You can come back tomorrow. I'm very sure tomorrow she will have a string of visitors. Well, you've got your brother and sister and your brother's pack, who your sister is in now, by the way.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so it's their pack. And, anybody else who happens to care about you.
She's kind of looking down at the floor at the mention of that. Mm-hmm.
Rose will grin. Alyssa and Sebastian will look at Rose a little puzzled, and Rose will shake her head, and they'll shrug, not pressing anything. And Alyssa and Sebastian will both kiss Avery on the cheek, probably near simultaneously on the opposite cheek. All right, Avi. You call us if you need anything, okay?
She nods. Of course.
And they both very reluctantly get up and head out the door.
That went better than I expected. I fully expected, Mom and Dad to kill me.
I knew that they wouldn't kill you.
I think you have the wrong overlay up, dear. There you
It
go.
went to the first one. It went to the first one I had up when I canceled the thing. She'll say, I knew that they wouldn't kill you, but I expected at least your dad to be more vocal, though he tends to not be at times like this. I'm sure that he and your mom will rant
Instead,
to
he
each other
just
about it.
gives the Shadow Lord stare and,
He does.
makes you feel, 2 inches tall.
Yep, your brother's very good at that too.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
They took you staying here with me a lot better than I thought they would. I expected more of a fight.
So did I. Who
I'm
are they and what have they
glad
done with
for
my
it.
parents?
Well, I think Bailey getting with Maeve and getting her pregnant helped them understand that their children are growing up.
Probably true.
Because that happened all at once and very fast.
Oh, we all saw it coming from a mile away.
Well, of course we did. We're not stupid.
He has been so head over heels in love with that girl since we were,
Kids.
since we were, Harmony and Hayden's age.
Yep.
I mean, about as long as I've had really big crush on her brother. So, yay, there's that.
Rose just chuckles.
Oh, now
You
it's
know,
kind
I
of
think
creepy,
about
though.
why.
Because his sister's, knocked up, got knocked up by my brother.
So that doesn't make you automatically related by blood or anything.
Just by marriage.
They're not even
Well,
married.
Dad, you know what's gonna happen.
So, as far as I know, he hasn't even asked her yet. Because believe me,
That's
the
just
whole
because
set
he's
would hear
gonna,
it.
look for the perfect ring.
Of course he
Because it's
is. He's a
Bailey.
perfectionist. He's a perfectionist, just like your mother.
Yeah, I may or may not have gotten that habit myself.
I'm very sure all of you did.
True. I mean, look at our
Look,
parents. How could we not?
do you want to know a secret?
Sure.
If Javier hadn't have disappeared, I would have married him. So, we would have been in-laws and married.
Okay, guess that does make it less creepy.
She smiles. That was a long time ago. But it would have happened. She shakes her head, takes a deep breath. What do you want for dinner?
Surprise me. Haven't had a good home cooked meal in a while, so just about anything's gonna sound good right now.
She nods and she'll.
Bailey got all the cooking skill. I did not.
She chuckles. I'm a decent cook. Nothing like Bailey, but I can.
Bailey's professionally trained. I can't expect myself to be that good.
She'll nod and she'll go off to make dinner. I think that's probably a good place to end the scene, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we don't want to torture her too much by throwing Nate at her yet.
No, we'll wait. So, thank you, player, for playing. And thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.